Action!
Buenas noches. I mean,
What's
buenos
going on,
dias
man?
or something. Something, I don't know. ¿Qué pasó? No, I'm playing. What's up, yo?
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Right, right, right. It's the afternoon or the evening or some shit like that.
It sure is, and it was a wild night.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
We're
Man.
back at it. It's Monday.
Mm-hmm.
A wild night, huh? I'm gonna say less.
Why you
No,
so
the city
quiet,
was
Mecca?
Becca got
Hey,
his
that
thing
nigga,
on.
yeah, he's so quiet. That nigga looks froze. You know what I'm talking about?
Is he frozen?
Oh, we got a
Look.
third nigga.
He is,
Oh, here
bro.
we go. Oh, look at him. It's this nigga twin right
Becca,
here.
he's an AI.
This is
Nah,
twin.
player. We good.
You sure?
Yeah, man. We good.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you
Don't
was
worry
over there
about
glitching.
nothing.
My bad, B. I thought you was over there glitching, my boy.
No, no,
What's
no.
up, man?
You know how StreamYard is sometimes, man. You act right and then it don't act right.
Oh, damn, boy. We gonna make it act right today.
I ain't got no choice.
Yeah,
Shit.
we gonna try. I mean, fuck. The fuck? What's up, Switch?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we gonna try to make it happen.
What up,
All
what up?
right. So what we on today? We was talking about and this is kind of for the West Coast. If you have it in your area, that's cool too. But the bike set calendar,
Oh
what's they
damn.
what's their purpose? What's the whole get down? Why people love them? Why people hate them? Um, the whole shibazzle, Haas and Pfeffer Incorporate. Oh my bad, that's a whole nother show.
Whole nother show, huh?
Yeah, that's a whole nother show.
You
Yes.
know what?
Uh,
Oh
I think
gosh.
it's a. I think the calendar is great when it's done right. You know. Uh.
What the fuck is going on?
oh, he
Yeah.
glitching. He glitching, my boy.
I
Don't
told
blame
y'all he an
StreamYard.
AI.
He glitching.
But I think that
That's
a lot of times the calendar is kind of screwed up depending on who's doing it. You know. And but I think it's a really great thing because it allows the set to know what's going on. And I think we talked about this before because for the association calendar, I get it and I redo it specifically for my club so we can have an understanding as to what's on there that's mandatory for us, and all the ones that's not a part of the association, they're in the like to the side of the calendar. Um,
Right.
but I think the biggest question is how many people actually abide by it or know, what's actually on there, who's on there,
mhm.
Yeah. Well, what was your take on it, Royal? Because you was the one who kind of brought it up in the first place.
Yeah, I brought it up in general just because it's been a lot of communication about it. I've been out talking to people and they were communicating to me about it, like, what's going on with the calendar? But see, my take on it is you have people that are a part of the association and then you have people that are not a part of the association. And then you have different associations within the California Bike Fed. So different organizations deal with their clubs, and we have so many new clubs, of course, in the last probably 10 years. And so, with that being said, it creates kind of a confusion somewhat. And it was a lot of confusion, a lot of politics on based on stepping on people's dates and things like that, having a dance the same weekend as another person's dance, or having a dance. It was one thing that came up, having a dance, which I thought was interesting. If you're not in that area or in that city, but having your dance in that area, right? Stepping on someone else's dates and you're from another area. So it's just a lot of that going on. And like to go on what Dr. Philgood was saying is it people are not respecting the the dates. And it's hard to, though. Let me just say that it's really hard to. It's not easy to have uh, try to plan something for your club to make money and to also support the state and to show your presence when you have three other clubs that have something that year or that week, that month. And it's just difficult, you know. It's really difficult.
What you
That's
say,
kind of my
Mecca?
take on it.
Mhm.
I mean, you know, it's a clusterfuck. If you ask me, you know, keep it 1,000. You know what I
It's a
mean?
clusterfuck.
Because there
I
are
love my homie.
so many clubs who are actually crossing on each other toes, and then it's like they have their own set of people that they fuck with who fuck with them, and then these people have their own set of people that fuck with them. So you can't get mad at that particular crowd, just like you just said right now. You said that in other areas when someone's throwing their annual. Well, then you can't expect everybody to come from the Inland Empire down to LA or LA down to the Inland Empire to come function with a certain club.
Mhm.
Now, being that's on the exact same date, the ones that's in the Inland Empire, that's where they're gonna go because
Right.
that's a hell of a drive to come back at 2 in the morning,
Correct.
especially by yourself. But the
You
ones
did.
in LA, huh?
I was gonna say you did say drive. You didn't say ride, right? You said drive. I'm just being for sure,
That's a
cause
long way to come by yourself on a motorcycle.
man, you do it all the time. Stop, man. That shit ain't far. That shit ain't
He
far.
said
Fuck
drive,
that.
not ride, right? Drive, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
ride your fucking
But
bikes.
I'm
That's what
just
they need
saying
to do.
though. I mean, yeah, for sure. But then again, everyone's preaching this support. Support is what we all need. If support is what we all need, then why is it always a certain individual screaming and hollering about support, but you don't support everybody else?
Yeah.
Well, to
Mm,
take on that, I
mm.
feel like we're all guilty of that, just in general. Even if in general we all are guilty of that. Trying to support everybody is sometimes so impossible. You know, you want your club to support as many people as you can. You might have certain people that in your club that mess with certain people in another club. It's a lot of um, what I do love about the bike set is that everybody is in communion. Everybody has their own set of friends, their own people, whether it be in another club or within your own organization, right? Um, so you want to support everybody, but then your club tells you you got to go here. You can't go over there because we're all supporting here. You get what I'm saying? So that happens too, right? In our world. So it's just it's a sticky subject. I wanted to bring it up because yeah, it needs to be talked about for sure. Because how do we go from people feeling salty or people feeling like the support isn't there? Where do we where do you guys think that can find a medium with that? Or is there even a medium? It's just gonna continue to be what it is.
Before you
If
correct me,
everybody,
Fontaine, hold on.
go ahead.
Huh?
I say
What'd you
before you
say?
get to correcting some shit, hold on a minute.
You already know I'm finna dig into this motherfucker like a shovel, but I'm gonna be cool right now.
So,
You know what
so,
I'm talking
so
about?
let me say this.
Go ahead.
I've been with you guys and we didn't hit two or three function in one day. You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
So dudes ain't
Of
got no real
course.
excuse if you like riding your bike, right? We talked about this before. My particular organization, we're part of the association. For me, that's first and primary. You know, we go there. You know what I mean? Make sure we contribute and pay homage to those people and shake hands with not. But then we go somewhere else. I didn't been to Riverside, back down to LA, you know what I mean? And hung out, right? And went to two different ones in LA, my club. And I just think that when you're a part of an
Right.
association, you owe that first. You see what I'm saying? I don't tell my members they can't go to another function. We're going to show up here first. You know what I mean? And again, if you weigh in IE and somebody down here is popping, a lot of those people gonna come way down here and then double back home. You know what I mean? I just think that it's kind of hard to support everybody when I remember like 2-3 years ago, I was going to everybody's shit, me and a few of my people. And I started looking up like our annual, those people wasn't coming. See, so you have people that have that mindset, fuck with those that fuck with you. So it's kind of fucked up. But you have to be able to support people, whether they support you or not. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you looking at it, you saying, hey man, shit, we done been there 4 times. I done talked to their president. He said we coming down. They didn't send a will, you know what I'm saying, to come. So that's what a lot of people deal with.
Pretty much.
Go
I would
ahead.
say split 'em up.
Do not start. Go.
Okay.
Why not go half and half? If you got 8 members, why send 4 over here, send 4 over there?
True. We've done that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into the concept of the calendar first, right? The calendar is for people's dates, and some people have been around for so long that their dates have really been grandfathered in, right?
Right.
So that's one issue. But then when you have such an influx of new clubs, it's going to be hard to sit and support everybody. You know, like one of the gripes is about, people throwing, like you said, one of the gripes is about people throwing stuff on dances and being in the same day and all that kind of shit. If a dance is somewhere in the IE and the one's in LA, I don't really see an issue with that because some people, like Mecca said, don't like to ride that far. You know what I mean? So they're not going to ride all the way to LA if they live in the IE or vice versa. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go to what's local to me. So that part, I don't really see being a problem. Again, this is my own opinion. Everybody can feel how they want to feel. But I don't see that being a problem. When they in the same city or something like that,
Right.
that gets a little harder. But see, that's where you go to the club hopping aspect, right?
Yeah.
Where you go from one spot for a little while, you leave, and you go to the next spot for a little while. I get it. The dances are hard. Back in the day, the dances was only $5 and $10 to get in. Now it's 25, 35, 40 bucks.
Right.
Prices it went up. Just like
Thank you.
gas,
So people got to think about that too. Like as well as gas, you got to think about that shit too. So it's hard to get to the bouncing around shit. You know what I mean? Especially when their dances on the same day. Because if I pay for this one, I go over here, they're gonna expect me to pay for them too. So and what if I ain't got that much
For
bread?
sure.
You know what I'm saying, Mom? I mean, so now I got to come out with $50. You know what I mean? To go see, you know what I mean, some niggas, you know what I mean? Like it gets hard. That's number one. So that's the first thing. And I always said before, most people are gonna go like a restaurant. I'm gonna go where it tastes good. So if their party's a little better, yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
Right.
Little things over here, yeah, even if it's a little farther, yeah, I'm gonna go a little further. Now, if you're a part of certain associations or alliances or organizations or whatever, and you guys have your function, of course you should go to your shit first. That's automatic. Even if it's boring or not, that's the group you're a part of. So that's what people say support. You're supposed to support who supports you. And if you guys are in this, whatever group you want to call it, then you guys should support each other if that's what you say you're gonna do. You know what I mean? But those who's not a part of it, you can't really knock them, especially if you don't fuck with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there are so many. I mean, when I say so many motherfucking different organizations when it comes to whether it's a association, a coalition, alliance, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, of groups of bikers. You see what I'm saying? And they're not going to always intertwine with each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so people got to understand that part. You can't really get so upset. You know what I mean? You just got to make your party taste better. Whether you going to have better food, whether you going to have wrestling midgets, whatever you want to fucking have, you better have something that's going to attract the people. That's all I'm getting.
I'm coming.
Wrestling small people.
Yeah.
Wrestling small people.
At the same time, the clubs that kind of, and I'm knocking it because sometimes I get the gripe, even though I'm not part of the problem or the solution per se. But when you have a club that, yeah, you've been around a long time, you grandfathered in, I get that. But if you ain't done shit in a few years, you can't get upset. If you don't got enough people and bodies to pull off whatever show you trying to pull off, you can't get upset.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? Especially if you, like I said, especially if you ain't done shit in a long time. Please hold your tongue because it wouldn't have mattered. Like if we not do nothing, so now we just all got to sit at home because you ain't done shit in 4 or 5 years. Hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm gonna throw me a barbecue, a bar mitzvah. I'm gonna figure something out. But we finna party today.
Right,
You
right,
see what I'm
right.
saying? And so that's like people try to get upset at that sometimes. I think that's a kind of a no-go type scenario. But that's what the calendar is supposed to be for. So we can sit up here and plan our runs, plan my weekends, plan whatever the fuck I got going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people can't really knock them. It's just when they're not conducive to the group or the group doesn't follow the mold that we created from the start that the shit don't work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So I
saying?
have a
And like,
question. I have a.
go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said go
I didn't know
ahead.
you were still talking. Okay. So I have a question. So let's say, right? Um, what my question is, what can we do to fix it? What do you think that what type of solution could there be, right? For all of the new clubs that are out and things like that to mix in with because everyone still supports everyone, right? Anyway. So
Not
how
really.
do we do that?
Yeah,
Because
not
they
Go
can't be
ahead.
necessarily.
added to
Go ahead,
they
go ahead.
can't be
Go-
they can't be added to the calendar, the original calendar that's out, right? So what do we do? Do you think the solution is to create a new calendar just for the newer clubs, or do you think that a new association should be started, or should we just have everyone go and be added onto the old calendar and like that?
No,
Do you
because
think there's a solution? Just your opinion. Just your opinion.
I'm my opinion is no. If you sit up there
Right.
and make a whole nother calendar, now you gonna have the same problem. You just gonna have it mapped out for you.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
Right.
It's gonna be the
Okay.
same problem. It's just we gonna
Mhm.
know, you know what I'm saying, ahead of time who gonna have
Right.
dilemmas down the line. That's
Right.
not gonna help. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like you just said, and me and Anfield just caught on to it when you said, "Oh, so everyone support everybody." We know that's not the truth.
Right.
We know it's not the truth. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes some people just go support a certain space or whatnot because it's the in crowd, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't want no one to think there's something wrong with that. Like I
Oh, I get
said,
what you're saying. Yeah,
people,
no, I get what
yeah,
you're saying.
people are gonna go where
Yeah.
it tastes good. It's you know what I mean. If it tastes good,
I
but
get what you're
feels
saying.
good and smells good, that's where the fuck I'm going. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not going nowhere where I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what
Right.
that's the way the shit goes. So when it comes to that, like sometimes the newer clubs need to find some type of alliance per se with people, especially the ones who kind of been around. It's when they come in and just try to step on niggas' toes and that people look at them funny. You know what I mean? Because in reality, nobody would really care. You know what I
Right.
mean? Nobody really cares until you get to like the upper echelon. Or, I don't even want to say that type of scenario, but we understand there's a hierarchy to it. You know what I mean? And there's a reason why those in the hierarchy kind of trip on new clubs, but it's not about because you finna throw a party. Understand that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's deeper
So
than rap.
get
I get
But
what
even
way
the ones
deeper.
who are not a part of the association, those are the ones that be like, fuck that. We ain't gotta go to association
Right.
to have our shit.
Right. And that's what
And
I was
that's the
going
right.
to get
fucked up
to.
part about it because now it's like, yeah, yeah, man. They tell
Okay,
everybody else, don't worry about it. No, I'm just
okay,
saying
but what do you?
that's just, the
I get
consensus
it.
that I hear about it.
No, I get it. But
Got it.
what do you do when those in the association don't support us? Let's say I'm in a club that's not in the association, right? And nobody
Right.
in the association fucks with me. Why should I feel like I need to go over there? And I'm just,
Most
whether it's the
definitely.
Right. Well,
association, a line, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter what
Uh-huh.
organization or whatever. Like we always say,
right.
you gonna fuck with who fuck with you, right?
Right.
Okay, so if I'm not a part of it and nobody over there fucks with me, what's the problem?
Well, you know
Right. So
what? I see your point, but there's a lot of clubs, mine being one particular. I would fuck with everybody on the set. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Can't make everybody annual because we got
Hmm.
out of town runs. But uh going back to something Royal said, if 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 you want to be on the association's calendar, you should join the association. You shouldn't be on their calendar and you're not an association. You know what I mean? That's a given for me because those people that's there is doing what they supposed to do to be on that calendar.
No, of
Now,
course, of
yeah.
course.
So now there's clubs that's not on the calendar, and that's why I said on the calendar that I created, they're there, but they're not on the exact same date because they're not in the association. They're on the date, but they're to the side of the calendar. You know what I mean? Them spaces around the edge of the calendar. Um,
Gotcha.
and shit, I'm like, man, we're gonna hit this one, we're gonna hit this one, you know what I'm saying? And again, I just feel like this, and I'm just gonna put it out there. The popping clubs feel like shit, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, and ain't nobody gonna tell us nothing different. Because they popping. They a lot of people gonna go to their shit regardless. And most of the people in the association ends up at their shit.
Okay,
That's
exactly.
what
So
I meant
that's what
by
I'm saying.
everybody support everybody. That's what I meant,
But
Fontaine. Like
okay,
Yeah.
everybody support everybody.
okay,
That's what I was saying.
okay,
Yeah.
no, okay, to a certain extent, because sometimes the popping clubs don't go support them.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I
True.
get
So
what
that's
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying.
So true.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it
true.
doesn't really go completely 360. All I'm saying
Right.
is people are gonna go where it smells, feels, tastes good,
Yeah,
plain and simple.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
the popping clubs are the ones that are able to make that magic happen. Is it their fault? Hell no. It's not their
Get
fault. What
out
you
there.
want them to dumb it down? You want me
Right.
to make the club smell like bullshit just so you can feel
Right.
better? No, we're not finna do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're not finna
No,
Yeah.
do that, my boy.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's you know what I mean?
and that's what I'm saying. You know, like I said,
it's a sticky
to me,
situation.
it's all about your club getting out there, shaking hands, showing your patch, and
Of course.
associating with people. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it may take a couple of years before somebody be like, "Hey, bro, let's go over here to their stuff." You know what I mean? So,
Right.
like I said, for me, I'm showing up at your shit because I like to be outside. I may not stay out all night. Shit, goddamn it, that
for
shit.
sure.
I got shit to do.
For
But
sure.
I'm gonna pull up in your shit. You know what
Nigga.
I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up in your shit. You know, and again, it's just more about to me. If your club is not a popping club, get out there and shake hands. Get to know people. Ride with people. So
Oof.
people will feel like, man, let's go check. Even if we just blow through there for a hot minute, let's blow through and keep
Right.
it going. You know what
They
I
won't
mean?
feel
Right.
comfortable. Right. They're not
So,
comfortable.
Right.
Right.
and it's about getting out there, shaking hands, bro, introducing yourself to people. You know what I mean? And again, if you want to do the popping clubs, go to the popping clubs. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But everybody's not going to support everybody. The majority of the set, I believe, kind of supports the majority of the set. And of course, people pick and choose who they're going to go to or if they're going to do multiple annuals that night, you know. But I just feel like this. There's about four, correct me if I'm wrong, 4, 5 associations down this way, you know. And when we look at our calendar, it's so many damn clubs on the calendar that you don't even know who's in the association. It's like, goddamn. And then you look and they be like, oh shit, they way out in Victorville. Oh, okay. All right. You know what I mean? So it's like you just kind of gotta know and make it make sense. Ride your fucking bike.
Bottom line,
Right.
I guess that's to sum it up. Bottom line, ride your bike everywhere, wherever,
Man.
and
Yeah.
try to um, go to try to go to everybody's stuff, even if it's calendar or not. But just ride your bike. Put it
I
well.
mean,
That's,
that's the thing. Just go where you want to have fun at. You know what I mean? Like you you can't knock somebody who wants to go where they kind of want to go because you're gonna do the same. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's like you know what I mean? Like that's being a hypocrite to a certain extent because we all know everybody on this panel sometimes don't go to certain places for certain reasons.
Right. Right.
Okay. No matter however you want to call it. I mean, yeah, nigga, you the main nigga I'm talking about. Why you over there trying to grin up under your fucking face, nigga? What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell
Let me
y'all
tell you
say?
something. You got to damn near steal his bike and park his bike at the event for him to come. Because you know all you got to do is go pick his shit up. Yeah, get out of here.
Man,
Get
come on
out
and
of
just say,
here.
hey, man, the bike right here, bro.
Man, look, he come. Where my bike at? Oh, nigga, we over here off the 110 somewhere. Come get it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Come get it.
In between the
You got, you
110 and the
got,
105, right here.
man, you
Try to
got
find
to put him in a headlock. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
man,
So it's
good.
different.
then he
It's
get there, he
different.
look mad in the motherfucker.
Look, he be talking about ready to go, like right now. He be ready to go. What the fuck?
Man, yeah,
Oh
Ready
man.
to fucking
my
go.
God.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Shit.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
got
help
right.
it.
Look, you got to bribe the nigga with food and beer or something. Better have some beer somewhere or something.
Oh.
Oh, now I know
You
how
know
to
what I'm
get you
saying?
outside, Mecca. Now I know how to
Yeah,
get you outside.
if ain't no Modelo's, he not coming. He don't care what you say. He don't care what
I'm
you
like,
say.
Mecca, I
Oh
got
man.
Modelo's. I got Modelo's. I
And
got,
you and you
chicken
gotta have some
wings.
food. Yeah, you gotta have
Food,
some food.
Modelo, and a cigar. You got a cigar, he definitely gonna be there.
Fuck out of
You need to
here.
take your ass outside.
Fuck this nigga. Anyways,
We're not
Oh
having that.
man.
but
We're
yeah,
not
but so
having it,
that's the
Mecca.
scenario. People gonna go where they want to go. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
agree.
you can't knock that. So you have to make it taste better. Now, if you're in the what, and I don't want to keep using the association per se
Right.
because there are other things. There are other
Entities.
organizations.
Yeah.
There's the President's Alliance. There's
Yep,
the I
The
forgot
we,
this.
the council.
There's the
yep.
the council. You got the coalition down in Orange County. Like I said, there are so many different things, and they all got different calendars and events
Right.
and shit of that nature. So if you're a
True.
part of that function, that's where you need to be at. At least you need to show them priority first
Right.
outside of your own club itself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then kind of
Yeah.
venture off from there. Ain't nobody saying you gotta stay stuck and only fuck with these motherfuckers. That's nobody saying that. But if you are supposed to be part of something, then motherfucker, they got to be the first priority in this game to your Viking scenario.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And if it's on the calendar, cool. But at the same time, if you're on the calendar, motherfucker, support everybody on there. Or
Yeah.
don't cry when motherfuckers don't come to your shit. That's what
Right.
you cannot do.
Pretty
Right.
much. Pretty
You know what I'm
much.
saying? Yeah, you can't just get up there and get mad just because I'm on the calendar and nobody showed up to you. Can't do that. Now you can do that with those in, like I said, whatever organization you in, that's the rule for them and they don't show. Yeah, I can
Right.
knock on all you niggas' foreheads. But outside of that, yeah, it can't happen because we're not all like we hang with each other in the street, we see each other and we party. So if I see a group of you come to my establishment functions on a regular basis, yeah, I'm gonna feel almost obligated to return.
Right.
To
Most
Right.
come to your
definitely
shit,
gonna do it.
exactly.
You know what I mean? And some
Yeah.
people don't really even extend a hand like it used to be. Back in the day, you had a face-to-face invite. Hey, my dog, come through. You know what I mean? So that's why I
Yep.
said sometimes it almost felt like, damn, I could feel obligated to go to this nigga shit because I said I would, even if it's only for 15, 20 minutes. But
Right.
sometimes we don't do that. Niggas just post a flyer and all of a sudden, oh, the world supposed to come. I better see Obama walking through the front door.
Man.
Nigga ain't gonna happen.
So, yeah, please. Somebody coming through this motherfucker.
Obama might come. He loves us.
Shit.
It's a blip.
Yeah. He loves his black
We ain't,
people.
no, we ain't gonna go there right now. We
All
not
right,
even going
never
there.
mind. Never mind. Never mind. I ain't getting into it with you niggas over that. That's my president, okay? Um,
Shit, Michelle will be there crip walking before he come.
Right.
Murder.
Michelle!
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
What's up, man?
mama. That's
What up, boss hog? I
mama.
seen you, brother. We was entwined, man. Hello to everybody that's tapping in, man. Thanks for tapping in. Please share. You know what I mean? Post your comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
share, subscribe, and post.
yeah, but as far as that
Um,
shit's concerned, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah, as far as that's concerned, if you're a part of something, pay your little homage as you're supposed to. And if
Yeah,
you're not,
support.
then kind of do your. I don't want to say do your shit, and people think I'm trying to say be disrespectful to any of these associations or whatever, right? But they just it right now it's just
Right.
one too many clubs. You know what I mean? You
Absolutely.
got the clubs that came in say 10 years ago and don't do nothing or whatever the case. Yeah, I mean, like it's just an influx of motherfuckers.
Yeah, you know
You
what?
know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Talking to a couple of other bros on the set past year, they've been trying to get people together. Like, hey, if these 2 or 3 clubs are doing something the same night, come together and do that shit. You know what I mean? Just split the money like a third. You know what I mean?
That's cool too. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been talking about it, and hopefully they do put it together because you get everybody in one area. It's going to be a lot more money versus 3 annuals. And, this club made $300, but they spent $3,000. This club made $10,000, but they spent $2,000. Come together, I like collaborations, actually.
I mean,
Collab.
what it'll kind of do is bring some type of external brotherhood between them two, right?
Right.
Yep, most definitely.
Um, yeah, I don't really see it as
Because
far as
then
the
they'll do it
money is
again.
concerned. But as far as the money is concerned, right? I don't see I think it'd be a fair trade kind of on both sides, sort of.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Depending on their crowd outside of them. You see what I'm saying? Because you might be cool with the club, but their crowd might not be shit. Or you might
Right.
be cool with another club and every time they throw something, it's hopping. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's the scenario of the game. People are, just got to get out more and function with each other more. Then that
Yeah.
shit'll happen. Because most
Yeah.
clubs don't really get down like that. It sounds good, you know what I mean, from the start, and hopefully it comes together. You know what I mean? But I think we have to have some type of a little more camaraderie before people
Absolutely.
will
Absolutely.
trust that.
I agree.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Mecca, what was you gonna say? I know you was about to say something. Was you about to
Oh
say
no,
something?
I'm just absorbing right now.
I thought I heard you say.
He said I'm absorbing because he put this new juice in his beard. He
I see
got this
it.
little
I was
light
just
on it.
looking at it.
Is
I
that
was
why it
just
Yeah,
looks like a
looking at
Jerry
it.
curl?
yeah.
Yes, I was
He
just
put the
looking at it. I said it's
yeah.
curly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that light he got, that's not a regular light. That's like this special light, special light he got from Home Depot.
I
It's supposed
said,
to make shit glow,
Mecca.
right?
Mecca got a
That's why
little
he got it at
curl
that.
going
Why?
on.
No, why you think he got it at that angle down here? You know what I'm saying? Because it got to absorb. It's got to absorb the juices, the berries, and the lighting.
Juices and
Oh
berries.
shit!
Right. For that shit to work correctly. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man, I'm not fucking
Yeah,
with you today. I'm not gonna do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Straight
How
from
you
I'm
get it to
not.
do
Zamunda.
that? How you get it to do that, Mecca? What did you do?
He put a Jerry
He went.
curl in.
It does it by
That's it.
itself. I don't do anything to it.
He
That's
said
so
he got some.
awesome.
He said he got some juices from Zamunda. That's what it is. That nigga Phil said ain't nothing but some ultra fur. Yeah, yeah. Get up
I
out of here.
can't.
Get up out of
That
here.
motherfucker
Oh,
curled
shit.
up, honey. I was looking at it. I said, "Oh,
It's the same
Mecca
as it
got it
was 7 years
together."
ago. I just wash it every day.
Look, he's not gonna
That's
tell you
right.
the secret. He's not gonna tell you.
That's
He's
it.
not gonna tell you. He's
That's
not gonna
right.
tell you. He's
He was
not
one
gonna
of them
tell
dudes
you.
when we were young. He put a little water and lotion in his hair. That shit curled all up and shit.
Yeah, that's
You know?
it. That's it. That's
Him
it.
mix.
Some niggas
Him
you
mix.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga
Him just mix.
that nigga
He
chin is
got just,
mixed.
he got Indian in his hair, baby. Got
See, you
Indian
know
in his
what?
family,
I'm
baby.
not fucking with you.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I think you said
Yeah.
nigga chin is mixed. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. Come on now.
Oh, Wick,
I
Hey,
cannot
Wick, I
stand
don't
Bud.
Yeah, yeah, ain't none of that. Ain't none of that.
know.
Ain't that Wick. Ain't that, man. Look, this nigga taking uppercut after uppercut, my boy.
Body blow.
Okay. Yeah, body blow.
Oh,
Body blow. What's that? Mike Tyson's
oh
punch out?
man.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, y'all are funny.
Don't get mad
You're
because you can
funny.
grow your shit like mine. Your shit grow to be straight. Ain't no curl to your shit, player.
You
Don't even
motherfucking
front.
right, nigga. You know you motherfucking right it ain't, my boy. That's why I
Yeah,
keep it the way I keep it. You know what I'm talking
it's
about? Hey,
straight,
but
homie.
let me tell you something. Don't bother my
Yeah.
shredded. Listen, do not bother my shredded wheat. You did. You know what I mean? You worry about. You worry about.
I'm just saying.
Shredded wheat.
You
Yeah.
I'm sick
you
of
worry
y'all
about
so
that
much.
look. You worry about that S curl you got on your chin, my boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
It looks nice,
Anyway,
It's
Mecca.
called elastation, bruh. When you pull it back, then it gonna curl right back at you, player.
what'd you say, Doctor
Elasticity. That's what it's
Phil?
called. You ain't
Doctor
got
Phil,
that shit.
what'd you say, Doctor Phil? It's called Ultra Perm. Anyways, moving on.
I wish a nigga would put ultra perm on my motherfucking face. Shit.
Moving on. No, I'm playing. All right. I, hey, look, we're gonna switch gears real fast, right? I had
Mhm.
a homeboy tell me today, and I'm gonna ask first, and then we're gonna kind of go. I'm gonna give you his response. We always sit there and say like the West Coast culture or the bike culture is kind of surrounded in the hood and with the gang banging and things of that nature, right?
Right.
But what happens is everybody wants to kind of use, I guess, not the excuse or use the statement that, oh, he just think he hard because he got his colors, right?
Mm.
Even if you don't know him. I'm not talking about someone that you know who flipped all of a sudden. I'm talking about someone you kind of don't know, and all of a sudden he in the club or in a new club, but when he walked past you or whatever, or his bravado and stance and all that is, oh, this nigga think he hard type shit. Make sense?
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. What do you say? How do you feel about individuals like that per se? Or and I won't say like how you feel, but like when you see them, like do you feel a certain type of way or like that type of shit? Go with you,
Let me
Royal. We
Man, I
start
just be
ladies first.
like,
let
Yeah,
me
hold on,
say
hold on,
let
oh,
me
hold on,
say
hold
my
on,
bad.
Becca.
My
Yeah,
bad.
we
My bad.
yeah.
no. Go
Come
ahead,
on,
Mecca.
Ultra Perm. Come on, Ultra Perm. No, I'm
Go ahead,
playing.
Mecca. Let me
No,
hear
we
it.
want we want you to go first, Royal.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in general, it depends on the person. You know, we all from the land, so I mean, you kind of know who is who in
Right.
general. Sometimes some people might pop out, you know. If you know this person ain't who, you know, and then they start acting a certain way because they have a vest, and I mean, you just know. It's an unspoken thing. It's an unspoken thing. You really don't have to really um communicate about it. It's just an unspoken thing. Like, I know you for real, or we went to high school together, or I know your people, or everybody know everybody, so or know that area. You know what I'm saying? And usually, what another thing is too, people on the bikes. When you come to the bikes, that you come to kind of get away from some of that hardcore. Not even get away from. I wouldn't say that. Just to get into a different type of organization. Let me say that. That's a more on the positive side, right? And so, and I feel like when it happens like that, people sometimes do look at people like, oh, you got a vest, you think you hard, you think you different, or you think you better, you know. And they are. I mean, for me, I feel like having a vest is you're a community activist at that point. You're for the community. You support. We do all kind of positive things, right? Not just negative. So, and I don't really see any negative. So for me, you are better and you are harder, you know. But as far as like gangsterism and all of that, you on a bike. You know what I'm saying? You really risking your whole shell. every day, just to show off your colors and just to go outside and just have fun, and also
Okay.
to
Hold on. Cause here we go with the DA moment. What if the nigga ain't got nobody? He just pulling up in the car and this is his swag.
there you go. So now that is a problem. Now that was what yes, that is definitely a problem.
Okay. See, hold
But
on. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna come back to you because I forgot. I shouldn't have asked you first because you from the hood. You ain't that. Mecca, go ahead, man. I'm coming back to Roy. I'm coming on back. I got to come back.
my
Brown
God, you
Roy,
from the
She,
we coming
hood.
back.
Okay.
yeah, she
All right.
finna drag us from Crenshaw all the way back to Compton. And go ahead, Mecca. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I'm just gonna say, dog. I've witnessed that firsthand. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Uh, for a person to switch reels on you, because I knew you back then,
Okay, listen
and
to
now
me.
you switch
Okay,
reels on me.
listen to me real quick, though, Mecca. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about someone who switched reels. I'm
Let's
talking about someone who you don't know. He comes out. He younger than you. He got a certain like well, I guess what was the word you used? Royal gangsterism. Is that what the word you used?
gangsterism. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
He got a
Oh, well,
certain
simple.
gang.
Real simple.
Okay,
Real simple. I'm
go
not
ahead.
gonna give you that energy, bro. I'm not. I'm not.
Okay, okay. I'm not saying he's coming at you aggressively. I'm just talking about how they walk, how they talk.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get his
Okay.
bravado.
There you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
I get it.
Okay.
This
I'm
is
not fucking with you
hilarious.
because I know I know because you got that vest on now. You know what I'm saying? You're a different person now. So I get it. I'm just not gonna give it to you.
I got you. I
I'm
got
gonna turn the cheek.
you. I'm turning a cheek, a whole butt cheek. No, I'm playing. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead,
can't
Phil.
stand that guy,
Go ahead, Phil.
Man,
Mecca is a problem.
let me start off by everybody knows. If you don't know, you're hearing it. Los Angeles is the gang capital. A lot of these dudes were a certain way in their hood. You know what I mean? And now that you see him in a patch, if you don't know him, you might think, "Oh, this fool come like he hard." But what if that was him day one? You see what I'm saying? And again, I feel like this. I first like to be like, "Damn, these niggas always are acting like they so fucking hard." You know what I mean? But I have to understand that. What if that's just you though? You see what I'm saying? That could just be you. Especially if I don't know you. I don't know what your history is. I don't know where you come from. You know what I mean? So for me, I I used
Yeah.
to look at that like negative. Now I look at it like that could just be him. But you know what I did? What's up, bro? How you doing, Dr. Phil? Enough times to where even you can see a little bit when they kind of like, what's up, Dr. Phil? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people have that image. It's like, I don't want to say because not everybody been there. So it's like going somewhere and you have to carry yourself a certain type of way. And you can't let your guard down because you don't really know. You hear so much shit out here you don't really know. You know? And some people just look mad, Mecca. You know what I'm saying? Mecca, you understand that,
I
right?
know. Yeah.
So for me, if I don't know him, I'm gonna use Fontaine example. If you don't know that nigga and he just standing there and he ain't cracking no jokes, that nigga looks serious as a motherfucker, right? Then you get to talking to him, then you like, "Damn, this nigga funny as fuck." And then you see him go serious, you be like, "Oh shit, I didn't know he can get like that." You see what I'm saying? So some people it's just they whether it's the ego pride or just them. I've come to learn that I'm accept you for who you are at this point. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna respect it because there's gonna be a day and a time that something's gonna humble you. Whether you're stuck on the side of the road, your bike broke down, that's a pretty humbling experience. Or you get into it with a bunch of people and get humbled. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I see dudes and
True.
they walk around looking hard, and then I see them somewhere we out of uniform, and they got that same look. And I'm like, "Bro, ain't you from so and so club?" "Oh, yeah, yeah, man. Man, I'm Dr. Phil, bro." It's just kind of breaking that ice because they don't know. Some people don't know the history. Some people don't know what certain clubs went through to become who they are.
Yep.
And if he joined a club that
But then a
already
lot of them
has that
too.
mindset, he got to come in with that mindset too to define
But a
himself.
lot of them too will just acknowledge you for who you are. But then it's like every time I see you, I got to announce my name, which I have told you like 4 or 5 times already.
Man, I've told people my name 10, 20 times. You know what I mean? They don't get it.
Yeah,
You know? But I ain't mad. I used to
of
be like,
course
but I'm not
not.
introducing myself to him no more. But then it's like,
Hello.
he don't know you, so shit, why not? I had a dude, he been around at least 30 years. He always come up to me and he introduced himself. I said, bro, if you tell me your name one more time, now ask me his name right now. I can't even tell you his name. You see what I'm saying? So I've learned to be okay with it and break that ice.
I love it.
All right, Mr. DA. He looking like, yeah, you motherfuckers, I'm finna eat y'all ass up. Look at him.
No, because I get it. You know, like you said, you know, I know I have a certain, I guess, aura or look about myself. Like I remember one time, me and my mom were riding, you know, it's a while ago, but we were coming out of Vegas, and some dude walked up on her and was like, "Damn, you know, for some reason this nigga thought I was her husband." So I don't know what the fuck that meant, but she was like, "No, that's my son." And so she was, you know, the dude's response was like, "Damn, I wouldn't fuck with him." But in my mind, it's like, nigga, I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm chilling.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I say that, and the reason why I asked is because, like, you kind of hit it on the head. And I get everyone, you know, got their own thing. It's just, you know, even with Mecca, though, Mecca got his own little swag, too, where he looked like a little ass and whatnot.
Boy,
And
oh
he,
boy, oh
you know,
boy.
yeah. So he really talking about himself.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. Uh, but what my homeboy had said was really, you know what I mean? Because he from Compton. But he in the club now, but he new to the biking game. You know what I mean? And when I say that, like him himself, not his family, you know, stuff like that. But he's like, just like you said, some people came from these backgrounds and they just grew up like this, you know. So that's just the look on their face. That's just gonna be the way they walk. You don't know if the nigga had an injury, you know what I mean? So he might got a cold limp to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Things like that. You know what I mean? So one thing he said was you got to give the younger dudes a chance to learn it and understand it.
Of
Yeah.
You
course,
know what I
most
mean?
definitely.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
I
they
agree. Most definitely.
yeah, they get it that you new to this and whatnot, but don't, you know, so much jump on their back right now. You know what I mean? Because they just getting here.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got thing niggas, other niggas been around, you know, a decade or better, 2 decades. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And it takes an adjusting. You know what I mean? Just like when you first came in, it was probably an adjusting to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that was his whole
Most
thing. He was just like,
definitely.
hey, give us a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just got here. And if what I see is the niggas before me kind of on some, you know, fuck shit or what the OGs would consider fuck shit, what else do I got to learn from?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing.
I'll learn. Yeah, I'm gonna learn as I kind of go around, and as I bump my head, or I see an other OG or someone who knows better from another club. Yeah, I mean, then we're gonna, you know, implement that shit over here.
Right.
You know, but it can't. We kind of gotta not jump down their throat from the gate unless they're your younger nigga or your prospect or probably or whatever you call it.
And we talked about it
Right.
before, man. What if they coming in up under a bunch of dudes that don't know nothing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes.
Yeah,
True.
that's
yeah.
gonna be their mindset, you know.
Hmm.
Yep.
You know,
That's so
and
true.
again, people are like, oh yeah, man, that's so and so them over there. We don't really fuck with them. No, you don't really fuck with them. Let me go and introduce myself. You know what I mean? And that takes the prospecting period. You supposed to walk up and everybody. I tell my men, everybody with a patch on, especially MCs, go up there, shake their hand, and introduce yourself. I said they might remember you as prospect. It'll take them longer to remember you by name than it will by prospect. Prospect is a
Right.
common name here. So a lot of times, a lot of people come straight in off the gate because they got to get their numbers up or whatever the reason is, they're not even prospecting. You know what I mean? So they come in with a certain mindset because that's what they had before this. You know what I mean? But when you get an older cat say, hey man, let me talk to you for a minute, and you take that knowledge in, and then over a period of time you begin to adjust. You ain't always standing with your back to the wall like shit, clenching. Now you kind of can mingle and talk to people and laugh. Some dudes you never see them laugh. They look serious. But you said the West Coast, but you know, going out of state, man, I've seen other dudes, they look just as hard as LA dudes, man.
Yeah.
Ain't just as angry, you know what I'm saying? But it's a part of this culture though. When you don't know, you looking, it's like shit, goddamn. But you got to get out of your circle, that comfort zone, and go meet some people.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
So make it stop sweating them, man. Stop turning up the
What make it
I
so
feel
cold is what
Man.
Mecca forget he was one of them niggas too.
man.
Yeah, he just got he. I remember one time, one of the brothers in the club was talking one time, right? This is, of course, a long time ago. And somebody said something. He said, "Oh, he sound like one of them old niggas." That's Mecca now.
That's Mecca now.
Yeah, yeah. And this nigga said that shit like 15 years ago. That's Mecca right now. He sound like one of them old niggas.
No, I feel it. I totally feel the same way like you guys feel, but I just feel like in general everybody has their own story. You know what I'm saying? And
Of
like I was
course.
just touching on too, in general, everybody comes from something. Most of the time you're gonna know who is just putting it on. And then most of the time like that motherfucker got a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
embrace them. Let me pull them in. And that's what the bike set is about. I think that's one of the things that I love about it the most is being able to communicate with people that you usually wouldn't be able to or see and kind of bring that organization to, especially being, our color, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. So let me ask you this question, Royal, from the female side of it. Do you see a lot of that? Where they're coming in one way, or they come in cool, then they get their patch and they change, or they come in with this whatever it is. I don't see women really playing hard, more like I'm the shit type thing. But what's your perspective from the female side as far as the women?
most definitely. I see that. I do see that a lot. And you even have women that just come into, you have two different types. You have women that really come in for the club and want to love and learn and communicate. And then you see them get their vest and they're really about their vest, right? Then you have the ones that come in like you were describing and coming in saying, hey, I got my vest now. I don't have to listen. I don't have to do anything. They are coming in just for the guys. You know what I mean? We have a lot of that coming in just for the male attention
The coochie
versus really
poppers?
being part of the sisterhood. Huh? Say it again.
I say the coochie poppers.
Yes. And and it might not
The
even be
coochie
coochie popping.
poppers.
Ah, what the
It might not even be
fuck,
coochie popping.
man?
It might just be them just seeking male attention, But everybody has a story, like we're describing, right? So you don't know
Right.
what they've been through and why they want that or why they're seeking that, and they'll allow male attention to override what they got going on with their sisterhood, or and then men play on that too. So from a woman's perspective in this subject, yeah, it's a lot of that going on, and it sucks because for the most part it puts a lot of women at odds with each other that would be probably the best of friends or the best of sisters over a situation that's this ridiculous male you know you know DMP,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, right? So it's ridiculous, but it happens in any culture, any organization, anything, right? But it sucks because in this type of culture, we're here to support one another and to be a part of an organization. So if you have somebody that's dealing with a man or and you just or I have people that then I've seen people that have come in prospecting and then all of a sudden they got a whole boyfriend, and now you know, it would basically just to be a part of an organization so that they can spy on their guy friend or da, da, da. So you have a lot of that. So it's a little different with the females. It's not more trying to be hard. It's more so trying to get into um, the get into the life so that
Right.
they can fill out what's going on with their counterpart or who they're involved with, or to meet more people to be involved with. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so what you saying is they joined to be spies. They try to be undercover, is what you saying.
Hell yeah. And I didn't know that. You know, I was naive for a long time, and I everybody, any club, I'm like, oh, I love everybody, and I still do, of course. But now, as I grow, I've grown into the club, and I've learned different levels, there's different layers that peel away, right? With individuals and people, just being a people person, you understand, like, okay, everybody's not here for the same thing, even though you are, right? So you have to just see it for what it is, understand it. And that's why I'm able to talk about it because I've seen it. And I'm like,
Right.
okay, not everybody's here for the same thing, right? And some people are, but then some people just play the part and are not. So it gets tricky. It gets real
Yeah.
tricky.
That's a
Yep.
cold game, buddy.
They
Biggest
come
thing
in with the
Hey,
eye spy glasses. They over there with the binoculars. Let me get my best,
yeah,
girl. Get over there.
right,
You know,
right.
I see my boo. I'm going over there. You know. Yeah.
Or
no,
they just come in and they having fun. You know, I don't get me wrong. Even though that's more a part what I stand for is making sure that I make sure that all of the women understand the purpose of being here, whether that's their initial purpose of coming, whether in not just in my club, everybody. I'm an educator just in general by heart, you know, with anyone. So um, anything that I've learned from anybody that I've learned from, I want to spread it. You know, each one teach one, right? And so we spreading that knowledge to all of the females on the set if they are having those issues. I have a lot of women that come to me for issues or questions or whatever. So I always spread that narrative, you know, hey, this is probably what you did come in for, or this I see this is what you're falling into. Look, this is what you probably should change because this is really the path and this is really the focus,
Right.
right? And the
so what
focus
you
is us.
so what you saying is you got to give them a chance too.
Yes, most definitely. Yes, you have to give them a chance to
Yeah.
because they don't know. They think that
Get out.
they can get. You know, people think that they can get away with that, but the way that the set is, and people think that they can get away with, just like the men feel like they can get away with just having a vest, being in a car, running around. You know, and that's put they. You know, police. Everybody gonna give us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They
Right.
feel
Right.
like they on that, right? But in reality, you what my leader, one of my favorite leaders, always say. He says everything will be revealed. You know, no matter what people try to do or cascade or put over a cloth, it will be revealed. So
Right.
people sometimes hang themselves and put themselves in situations, and like he was saying, humble. They get humbled, and either they stay or they drop. I
Yeah.
see people drop their colors because what they came in for was not what they was getting,
Yeah.
and it flipped
That's
on them.
it.
Then you have people that will sit there and stand ground with their colors, like, you know what? I'm gonna just take the hit and okay, now I'm learning from it. So there it is.
Hmm.
Clock it.
Well,
Woman's perspective on that.
oh, what the hell?
What the
I
hell
think
is
he got. Oh, hold on. He jumped on another thing.
All
hey
bad,
man?
man.
What happened? Your phone's tripping? Are you on the computer?
Nah,
Or are you
I
clear?
got internet problems, player.
Oh damn. Oh damn, Gina.
So I'm
Yeah.
using
Damn.
my drone tablet right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well, how much?
got it.
Well, shit. How much did you miss?
Just the ending of it.
Okay.
He
Well,
just fell off.
shit. Yeah, we finna time out in a second. So,
It's all good.
and man, so
That's it.
we finna
Let it
get
be
up out
said.
of here because he looking like milk and cookies time. You know what I'm
Nigga,
Yeah.
what you got playing? What you got going on today?
Man, I'm not messing with this dude, man. I'm not gonna do it.
He
You gonna
know what
turn the
it
other cheek
is.
on me?
You see how his eyes get to drooping and dropping on the motherfucker like he got kung fu class after this. Yeah. We know it's
Yeah,
about to run up on his bedtime right now. He's
Yeah.
gonna have
Yes,
whatever.
sir.
yeah, he's
Shit.
gonna have dreams of being a kung fu master. You know what I'm saying?
That
He
is
got the
hilarious.
he got the milk and cookies waiting on him. He got the onesie warmed up with the grandson
See,
popping.
see,
We're in there. You know what I'm talking about?
whatever.
Next
I'm gonna
time
use
All
this
right,
next
so
time. I ain't using that phone no more. Fuck it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, well,
And you,
only thing is, with that one, because it make you look Snow White damn near, homie.
yeah, I was gonna say you look light, baby. You look light skinned.
Let
For
me turn this
real.
shit down a little bit more, player.
Not that
oh,
dark,
nigga,
Okay.
oh yeah, nigga, you was darker than me for a second. Like, damn, where is this nigga? All we see was pink.
Hey,
No, but
Man.
let me turn that motherfucker down a little bit more, player.
yeah,
Yeah.
you had that motherfucker like a spot, like the popo was in your house or something. Like, you got any ID,
Yeah.
buddy? Yeah.
Yeah.
that could be funny.
Oh man, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not.
No,
All right, so we
Yeah,
ended
but
already.
Hey, making it turn
yeah,
a new leaf
we
over on
about
us,
to.
man.
Nah, we about to end it. You know what I'm saying? Because we still going. So we're
Oh
gonna do it
damn!
like
See,
this.
I didn't
Hold
know
on.
that. See,
Yeah,
go
hold on. Stay where you at. Everybody stay where you at. I'll tell you what, we'll see everybody next Monday. You know what I'm talking about?
Bye.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Bikes in the Hood podcast channel on YouTube. Your support is greatly appreciated.